here to tell you that we have done just that. Now, Mr. DeGaulle was a newcomer to our community, but his plans to open the first of this long-anticipated French-Mex fusion restaurant in our town was something we were all eagerly anticipating. It would have brought international recognition to the Lincoln Woodstock community, and his death is a great loss to all of us.
Yes, great loss.
It's unfortunate.
I have asked Juan Jose DeGaule's family and business associates to join me here as I reveal the results of the investigation. His lovely wife, Nicole Ndime.
Hi there.
His business partner, Mr. Red Herring.
Hey there, all partners and ladies.
His sous chef, Ray Sadia. His building designer and contractor, Anita Hammer. And the representative of his former Norwegian business partner, Lou T. Fisk.
Hey!
The coroner has issued his final report and the crime lab has finished its work. According to the White Mountain Coroners Cooperative Agency, Juan Jose DeGaulle died of blunt force trauma to the back of his head. This blow resulted in a broken neck, which paralyzed the victim, caused unconsciousness and massive bleeding in the cranium, resulting in death. Time of death was between 10 and 11 p.m. Shortly after news of the death spread through the Lincoln Woodstock community, police got a call from the owner of Alpine Adventures who said Lou T. Fisk had been heard threatening Juan DeGaulle just a few days ago.
Well, I had every reason.
Police immediately interviewed Mr. Fisk, who, being a former officer of the law, was fully cooperative. He stated that he was indeed threatening Juan DeGaulle because he had good reason to believe that DeGaulle had embezzled close to 1 million kroner of Fisk's clients had invested in the failed Boeing Food Pods company. However, Lou T. Fisk stated that he had no reason to kill Juan because he would not get his clients' money back.
And the rate has gone way down.
Lou also revealed that his clients had offered him a 25% finder's fee on any money he returned, but if Juan were dead, how would Lou find the missing money?
He's resourceful, I'll tell you that.
Lou T. Fisk did give his fellow law enforcement officers a tip. Lou said he had recently informed Red Herring about the Norwegians' missing money and explained the shady dealings that led them to believe Juan had cheated them. Lou said Red seemed concerned with his news. Fisk then suggested the police look at Red Herring's whereabouts at the time of the murder. That made sense to the police, so they directed their attention to Juan's business partner, Red Herring. Red is not a man to be trifled with when it comes to money. He made his millions through hard work, calculated risks, and honest dealings. He does not tolerate liars or cheats, so he was particularly angry when he suspected that Juan had been cheating him. However, Red had an alibi. At the time of the murder, Red was on a conference call with his lawyers in Texas, discussing how he could get out of his contract with Juan Jose DeGaulle.
Of course.
Now, while wanting out of his contract would be a motive for murder, the police confirmed that there was a video conference call, and the lawyers confirmed that Red had been talking with them from 8 p.m. until midnight.
Everybody knows a Texas lawyer is as honest as the day is long.
At $1,200 an hour, that is a very expensive but believable alibi. Now, for police, it is common practice to consider the spouse of a victim or the person who discovers the body to be a primary suspect in the murder.
I told you guys.
As it happens, Nicole Ndime fits both of these categories. Nicole has a reputation for flirting with men, and
Yes,
she
she
has made
does.
no secret of her ungrowing unhappiness with Juan DeGaulle's treatment of her. It seems the honeymoon was over. In fact, the pre-honeymoon was one reason the police were so interested in Nicole. It seems that during their trip to Switzerland, Juan Jose DeGaulle revealed to Nicole that he had a numbered Swiss bank account. According to her hairdresser, that is the reason that Nicole decided to marry Juan DeGaulle.
It's true. I don't have numbers, baby. I do not have those numbers.
Now, if Nicole knew the number of that bank account, it would give her good reason to kill Juan. But Nicole had an alibi. she was having dinner with a young man she had recently met. He actually walked her back to the condominium. When he and Nicole discovered the body, he did not want to get involved and took off. After Nicole gave police his name, they tracked him down and confirmed her story. It seemed Nicole did not kill her husband.
Right, baby.
But
I told you that.
Lou T. Fisk may want to ask her some questions about that numbered Swiss bank account.
That's right, we can talk after.
I'm sorry, I'm interested in money.
Then the police turned their attention to Ray Sadia and Anita Hammer. It seems the crime scene investigation team found Juan DeGaule's appointment calendar in the bedroom. It indicated that Juan had an appointment with Ray Sadia and Anita Hammer the night of his murder. So the police decided to interview those two desperate people. Ray Sadia was unhappy with Juan's treatment of him and angry that his moving bills had not been paid.
Yeah.
Ray's family was pressuring him to move back to New Orleans. Anita Hammer had also not been paid for her work and was in danger of losing her company.
Yep.
Shortly before their meeting with DeGaulle, both Ray and Anita had spoken with Red Herring and found out that Red had given Juan $500,000 to pay bills that were surrounding Maximilian's Cafe. Were they angry?
That money didn't come easy.
That was what caused the terrible fight the neighbors heard in Juan's condo late Thursday night. The fight ended with the slamming of the door, and all was quiet for a while. Then a few minutes after the fight ended, neighbors heard someone knock on Juan's door. They assumed Juan welcomed that person because music started to play and all seemed peaceful until they heard Nicole and Dimey scream just before midnight.
But he was alive when we left him.
That's right.
So who killed Juan
So
Jose
how could it be
DeGaulle?
us?
Red Herring seems to have an airtight alibi, but lawyers are supposed to cover for their clients.
And they're rightfully honest and should be.
Why?
Lou T. Fisk was an officer of the law, but $250,000 kroner could be a motive for murder.
Yes.
Ray Sadia and Anita Hammer swear they left together after that fight, but they could be covering for each other. And Nicole and Dimey discovered the body. Did her new friend help her murder her husband for the money in the Swiss bank? All of them had a motive to kill Jose Juan DeGaulle, but fingerprints found at the crime scene identify only Anita Hammer as the person.
What? I knew it! I was not there. I did not see him that night. I was working on my plans all night. All night.
I knew it.
Officer, take her away! Take her away! You.
Oh, seriously. Seriously.
Let's go!